Onto your seats, kiddies. It's time for the game where everyone competes for a shot at street stardom, Bingo! And yours truly, DJ Professor K, will bring you the lowdown on this event. Two teams of Rudies are about to race through the streets of Tokyo To to complete their bingo board objectives. For every soul and character they unlock, they'll receive a point. If a team manages to cover an area in graffiti, they'll get a whopping 3 points. But they better watch their backs, because it's first come, first serve around these parts. Only one team can claim each square, and we don't hand out no consolation prizes for second place losers. Ha 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 ha! If a team can work together and mark 5 squares in a row, column, or a diagonal, they'll secure a bingo and be rewarded with a 2-point bonus. Ooh! Oh, and one final thing. Don't forget, this game is all about working together with your teammate. So any tape pickups, stolen locks, and graffiti completions will be synced between team members. Don't try to solo it alone, you jackass. All right, let's hit this joint. It's time for another round of Jet Set Radio Bingo!
I just realised I need to follow up that intro video. I think I've just played myself. Regardless, welcome back to another exciting game of Jet Set Radio Future Bingo. Today we've got a bingo double bill for your viewing pleasure. Playing in our first match today, we have Modder Extraordinaire and a player who definitely hasn't rigged the boards with their bingo generator. It's 7th Ace and Kev360 from Team Blazor stands. And going up against them today, we have a team ready to reroute the entire tournament and convince us that their name isn't a typo. It's Nationus and Losa from Team Rollberblades. And in the commentators box today, we have the duo that were convinced that they were goats ever since they were kids. It's Shovelclaws and Yomsa.
How the hell are we supposed to follow that up? Hello? What? Incredible work. Yeah, welcome back to Jet Set Radio Future Bingo. 2 amazing matches today. First, Rollberblades versus Blazor stands. And then I forget the next match, but it's okay, I won't be commentating those. What's up, Yamza? How are you feeling about this match?
I'm really excited because, from what I understand, this is the most important match remaining in the regular season. Blazor Stands needs to win this if they want to have a chance at making it into the playoffs. If Rollerblades wins this, then playoffs are set. It'll be Fun Dig, Hypebeasts, Rollerblades themselves, and your team, the Unwannables. So the stakes are very high for this match. It's going to be very exciting.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of make or break for the Blazor Stands. Today is their only opportunity to try to gun for playoffs, but we'll see how it works out. I know I've been taking a peek at this board. It'll get revealed to stream in just a moment, but this board seems really balanced in my eyes. I'm not exactly sure what I'd read on this if I were playing. What are you thinking?
So generally, when I look at a board, I think your opening play is going to be like one of 2 main things. It's either like you're going to see some really sick bingo and you and your partner are going to rush it. And then the alternative is there isn't really some sort of bingo that like sticks out to you, like we need to go for this. And then if that's the case, then you're going to go for like early game squares. There's also like a secret third option, which is there's no good bingos and also all the like soul squares suck, in which case like the graffitis become more valuable. But on this board, it definitely looks like that second one where like, yeah, there isn't really like a bingo that like sticks out to me. I would say like column 4 potentially, but yeah. I think this is like a board where you go for like fast squares here.
Yeah, definitely agree. I was looking at those bingos, I was like, wow, these all kind of suck. So I think especially with the like Sky Dino graffiti bombarded by Hikage and SDPP on the other sides of the board, Sky Dino I feel like is going to be an important square at some point in mid game during this match, but we're off and we're going to see one into Dark Side, Kev into Dogenzaka, Nay into 99th, Losa and I believe 7th Ace both into RDH, so a little bit of an RDH shootout to start. We'll see. Looks like Losa's going to climb and 7th Ace is going to go deeper into Kogane.
Kev is going straight for the Dogen stuff, which I think is like a pretty solid play. Just past statue, grind 10, tricks 20, points 50k. So this is like kind of like slow initially, but then you're gonna get like a huge burst of points and board control.
I also think it's relatively safe. A lot of more experienced players, particularly, don't go into Dogen very often off the start. But Rollberblades pick up that first point with SDPP entrance pillar. I'm curious to see if Ney goes Sky Dino. They sure do. And
Yeah, I mean,
into
Sky Dino is ridiculous. You kind of have to if you're going to Dark Side.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Sky Dino. How many points are in Sky Dino? Let's see.
I got the graffiti, so 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, graffiti and 3 souls. So that's gonna be mighty heavy on the point side of things. It also takes out the graffiti super early. You might spend a bit of time here, understandably, but I think with this being the only really fast graffiti on the board, it is definitely worth it to get this probably a bit too early than a bit too late.
Yep, we also see Losa into FRZ. Getting Clipsol. Clipsol is not on the board unless I'm stupid. No, it isn't. Okay. Misread the soul.
Oh yeah,
I thought the play was going to be... Oh no, I am stupid. Okay, yeah. It's because it was marked, I didn't see it. Yeah. I honestly thought like the play would have been to like rush grind 10. Because, you know, like Ney is gonna like try for all these Sky Dino souls and then you're gonna get a column 2 thing. Ney surprisingly is actually like really low on health already.
Oh no.
But he's good. We got the health cams up here.
Thank God.
And, you know, Ney can see in the chat, like, Kev's getting everything in Dogen, Aces and FRZ, like, Ney is completely uncontested, so even if it's a little spooky what's going on, like, he can take his time.
Yeah, for sure. Losa into bottom point, out ahead of Ace, but it looks like Ace committed to grind 10. I don't think that's super unreasonable. Maybe a bit slow when there are points elsewhere, but they're already at the top, like, might as well get the extra point. But does give Losa an advantage into bottom point, which if I recall correctly, there are quite a few points in here. Oh no, it's just points 50k.
No, it's just 50k.
Oh, I was reading. Yeah, I don't think we'll see a cube commit this early. Well, Losa's trying Sexy Fish, misses it, but tried it. I don't know, do you do this to get to 50k? I can't quite remember. I thought 50k was on the catwalk above the first spiral.
Yeah, but you unlock it like towards like doing like the any % way and then
right.
use Sexy Fish after. If you go like, you know, like the casual way in like those weird half pipes, you can't really unlock it.
You know, Ace getting off kind of nice here because they're able to just turn around without committing to a full lap. Losa now has to at least get out from Cube, but Ace can just head on out. Not waste as much time here as they could have if they had hit Sexy Fish and gotten sniped, for example.
I'm honestly surprised like both of them went into bottom point because I only saw bottom point as important if Rollerblades got grind 10 in FRZ, because then column 2 is a problem. But once Ace got grind 10, then bottom points 50 is kind of irrelevant, I feel like. Yeah. I would have liked to see someone like Ace or Losa, either of them, go like on top of Bus, then points 100k instead. Well, I guess Kev is there, but I don't know. Then you can like duo Hikage. This bottom points 50 is just not that useful to me.
This is not what I thought would happen.
I guess they're worried about row 1.
Row 1? Yeah, I don't see this play.
Yeah, it's a unique priority.
I suppose you're like worried about the bingo and graffiti being in the same row, but like I don't know if you do it this early. This feels like a mistime because it takes a while for. I guess you don't know where Ace is. So maybe Ace just guns Cube and you think you got them trapped in the... I can see a world where this is having perfect information. This is kind of unfortunate for Losa because this is a long point for not much gain, but I can see maybe why you do this play actually.
Yeah, like if you like picture 7th ace getting grind 10 and immediately booking it to Shibuya Cho, then row 1 becomes pretty scary actually, so I think it's fairly reasonable. But, you know, maybe you just want to do like a counter bingo instead, like you go like for row 4, like go RDH, get tricks, and special, Nay will get grind, and then you do like skyscraper together. Something like that.
Well, in hindsight, that play is already shut down by ace going into RDH immediately after leaving bottom point, so some funny business, but Mark's cube. Nay and Kev have been just completely uncontested this entire game, which is kind of interesting.
I'm surprised Nate didn't choose to like finish Sky Dino Graffiti.
I didn't even realize that. Not gonna lie, that is.
I guess they figured like I'm uncontested, no one will bother me, so I'll like dip into grind and then I'll come back to Sky Dino later.
Yeah, I think that's like reasonable-ish, but I know personally I would rather just secure the points. It doesn't seem like it'd be too hard to route anyways with those Sky Dino squares, but maybe Nate thinks otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, I think it makes more sense if Losa didn't go cube, but like row 4, highly zero grind 15 becomes like really important, and then like doing this like step out for a second thing seems a lot more reasonable. But since it got blocked by ace, like it is kind of just going to end up being a waste of time.
Yeah, especially if they like miss time when you come back, because it looks like Nay is now doing SDPP spray, while Kev is doing Hikage. It looks like Ace is on the way to co-op Hikage.
Yep, so looking at the win conditions for both teams, it is a 16 to win board, assuming there will be no graffitis, and Nays and Skyscraper, so column 5 is going to get blocked after that. There's nothing left, I don't think. Yeah. So it'll be 16 to win. At this current point, Blazor stands can win with 2 graffitis or 1 graffiti and 3 points, and then Rollerblades will need to get 2 souls and then get 2 graffitis. That is probably their most realistic way. So Blazor stands are definitely winning the game right now.
I don't know if I guess if you're just getting points anyways to block the row 5, it makes sense, but I don't know if I'd waste time just pre-spraying the SCPP stuff. I think...
Yeah, I'm actually surprised they didn't spray the large there.
Yeah.
That kind of just seems like a misplay to me. That like you can save time later in the route, since you were literally just right there.
It looks like Losa's starting Hikage now.
Which, well, that is unfortunate.
Yeah,
he's gonna get beat up by the Ace and Kev duo.
I don't know if this is the worst. No, I think this is kind of bad, because after Hikage gets eventually locked in by Blazor, they will have presumably Nay stuck in the Sky Dino route, because they're going back to either finish it or start it if they didn't. I don't know how far they got into spraying it, but they'll have Nay stuck for a little bit and might be able to get a decent advantage onto the next important graffiti, or even out to just a few of the extra squares that exist on the board still.
Yeah.
So this is looking like it's gonna be a rough... Yeah, it looks like Nay only sprayed a little bit of the graffiti. I don't know if the timing super works out, but by the time Nay's like done with this graffiti, I believe Hikage should be sprayed and they both should be into SDPP to lock up the game.
Yeah, timing is not going to work out that Nay will finish this route by the time they get the Skyscraper, I don't think.
Yeah. And then Losa's just going to be caught off guard and have to book it to SDPP, try to compete as much as possible, but...
Yeah, honestly, like, I'm a little surprised they aren't seeing this Hikage graffiti coming, because I feel like this is very, like, telegraphed.
Like, yeah, I definitely
Nay was in Dark Side the entire game, so they're probably not going to go Sky Dino together. Or anything.
Yeah.
Like, they might even assume, like, Nay's pre-sprayed a bunch, or whatever. So they wouldn't want to go Sky Dino, and then Skyscraper takes forever. It's like Hikage is really the only realistic option.
Yeah, and this looks like Ace getting out to Chuo right now. This feels like a misread either on Losa or Nei's part, or both together, where I don't think sending Losa to Hikage is a fantastic play by any stretch of the mind. Like, Kev's been in Shibuya the whole time. It makes sense to me that Ace comes to support Kev than, you know, they go out to somewhere they aren't.
Yeah, that is
There's the
actually like
lock-in.
another factor I didn't even like consider. Is Kev has been in Shibuya show the whole game. Like, of course he's gonna do Hikage. So yeah, I'm a little critical of this like misread of the situation. I feel like this was super avoidable.
But you're gonna have to try to make do with what they can. Maybe if you're Nei, you just try to get out of Sky Dino as fast as possible to try to prevent the SDPP co-op, but not really sure.
They didn't even really need to do an STPP co-op. Like Kibo, both of those wins the game right now.
That's also true.
Nei is actually like almost
Optional.
done with this route, so he did this faster than I expected. Nei should be able to help.
It is
this
Nei.
game.
Nei is notably kind of good at graffitis. So
Especially this one. I don't know if they still had it or still have it, but at some point they had world record for this one. They actually like completely like revitalized the route. It was some like really creative rerouting they did.
all false. Tragic. Yeah, and it looks like Ace is just gonna go out to Kibo. Same with Losa though. And Kev's gonna get started on presumably SDPP spray.
Okay, this is actually really good for rollerblades though. Like what you want is the opportunity to get a snipe going. So like let's say Ace screws up the stall launch and then Losa gets a certified fence jump, then you know Losa will win Kibo, and then all of a sudden you don't have like the Kibo win condition anymore.
Yeah.
You have to get Skyscraper.
Yeah, sending Kev here is like insurance makes sense to me. Yeah, okay. Kev's doing the death. Maybe they're just doing a funky route to prepare for co-op. But
Oh no, Losa misses past the fence jump.
oh no,
But Ace avoids that
Ace
as well.
misses stall launch.
I mean, they're having
Race
a
of the
Kibo off.
Kibo strat. That's funny.
Okay, I think even though like Kev has a head start to this, like Nei will more than make up like their
100%.
disadvantage. So it is on Ace to like figure this out.
Yeah,
I
Ace
think
either
if-
needs to assume that Losa goes Kibo and get out before they mark a square, or just like fuck up stall launch enough to where it's like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna go to S2PP.
Ace either needs to like leave right now or hit like the god stall
Oh,
launch
no.
and somehow be ahead of Losa.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well,
If they leave right now,
Honestly-
that's them. Oh no.
Uh.
Okay. They're spelling their doom.
yeah.
Okay, the worst thing that could possibly happen is Ace stall launches successfully here and then Losa picks up the square. Like what would be good is if Losa picks up the square and Ace gets the opportunity to leave.
We'll see.
Ace is going further
Like-
ahead though.
Looks like it's marked, and Ace should just immediately turn around.
Yep, Ace sees it.
Okay. Oh, but they're gonna be behind Losa, and that's gonna be real rough, because
Yeah.
I don't know if you win
Stall
a
launch takes another
2v2.
victim. This
Yeah.
single-handedly like reversed the position of the game. Now rollerblades are the favorites.
Yeah. I don't know if you win this SDPP 2v2, but we'll see. We'll see. SDPP graffiti to end it off, you know, the classic.
See, also this is like some important decision making I can talk about that I've kind of learned because Krabby and I in Season 4, we, not exaggerating, we probably played like 100 games against each other just in practice. And you kind of like learn things about weight strats. But here I think the correct decision is for Ace is to go to Skyscraper. Like after Hikage was done, you go to Skyscraper, you start spraying a bit. And like as long as the amount of time you would picture like someone, if they were going to Kiba, would definitely have started like grabbing the soul by now. And then if you don't see it by then, you can figure, okay, they're with me, but now I'll go to Kiba. But like if you go with them immediately at the same time, then this is like exactly what you're putting yourself at risk for, like getting sniped.
Yeah, definitely agree. Like, I'm a big fan of like if I can progress something while reducing my chances to get sniped by just doing something that isn't as high priority, but I get the information out of it, then I'm a big fan of that. I like the information a bit more than the advantage, personally.
Yeah, Kibos, graffitis are very strong in late game scenarios like this, where it's like kind of a rock paper scissors thing, where like like there's like 3 realistic options you can do. 2 of them win and like 1 of them loses. Like the graffiti kind of lets you stall and sees like what your opponent is going to do.
13 tags for.
Okay, it's actually not like not as huge a deficit as I would have thought. I mean, I still think like the experience for Rollerblades will lock it in, but it is only 5 tags. So I was expecting a little bit more. I got Ney with the vault.
Let's go.
Ney is so sexy.
Yeah, Blazor is only 1. Oh, Mace missed the jump, Satch. Blazor is only 1 spray behind, it seems, 2 now, but for. Oh, Ace, what's happening? What's happening, buddy? I didn't say anything, don't worry. For where they are in the route, they just had a lot of the like fast sprays not sprayed. Like all of those, all of the center ones here. So it makes sense that they were a little bit further behind on the route than Rollberblades. They're actually like pretty even, so I think this actually does just come down to execution.
Oh yeah, it is. It's 26 to 23 now, so it has like the deficit. It has lowered a little bit.
I don't understand what's going on here.
29 for Rollerblades. See, Kevin gets the Kevin spray. My favorite.
Let's go.
Alright, I'm not sure what Rollerblades have left. It might just be like this small and then the L on the crane for Ney, and then Losa just has to do the left side, I'm guessing.
Someone on Blazor does have to climb observatory still.
Yeah,
I imagine
and Rollerblades have already done it.
Yeah, I imagine it's going to be Ace with where they're at, but we'll see. Interesting jump there for Kev. I've never seen that one before to get that death ward. Oh, and it didn't work, Sag. That's rough.
Okay, so we got 1 more L here for Ney, and then 2 sprays for Losa. Oh no,
that was a really close game.
No, they're missing 1, I think.
Oh no.
Right, maybe I'm dumb.
Give me a break, give me a break.
No, they're missing 1. Or no, it's the
I am
medium.
dumb. I am dumb, yeah.
But that was a really close game. That was quite good. Some prime bingo.
Yeah.
The
only fan.
Yeah, Stallon.
I am never gonna complain about emulator ever again. Like Ace just lost because of emulator. Like, I'm so sorry, Ace.
Yeah. That was a close game though. Maybe with that strategy, I think like if they just kind of reflect on what the calls they did badly there, you know, I think they have a very good chance of still taking this to game 3 at the least. because that was a really, really even game until Rollberblades made a few mistakes, which ended up costing them a pretty decent early game start, and then Blazor stands, unfortunately, just made the misread in late game that cost them the win.
Yeah,
I think it's
it
still
really
very
just
even.
comes down, honestly, to like that final decision by Ace to go Kibo.
It really does. But one decision can make or break a game, as we've all experienced before.
Okay, this board is interesting because Shibuya Cho kind of sucks ass. It's like grind 10 and right of street, basically.
Yeah.
Yep, so column 4 looks quite good. Center structure,
We're
floor 1 to
pretty
2.
strong.
Yep. I'm
SDVP
thinking you're
has
either
4
doing
points,
like
too.
a dark side Kogane split or you're sending 2 into Kogane, potentially.
Yeah.
Actually,
That
okay,
top
no.
left
No,
bottom
you're
right,
gonna
or
split
bottom
for
left
sure.
top right is also really strong. Like,
What
the
I see is
only
also column
kind of rough
5.
points.
Column 5 is incredible. Bottom point in
Column 5
skyscraper
is really
single-handedly.
good.
Yeah. So you definitely have to split here.
Yeah, for sure. We'll see where all of the players go as they start. Or is that
Well,
them
where they're
starting?
gonna go is probably not.
Yeah.
It's like who's gonna go where specifically.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my god, Losa
Closa? Getting
going
right
to
of
Dogen.
street.
Interesting.
Kev going dark side. And then Ace and Nay going into RDH side Kogane.
Yeah, I mean, right up street. It is fast, I guess, but I think like entrance pillar is just more important
I think.
for like column 5, row 2 related shenanigans.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think what could be going on here is a little bit of metagaming, if you will. They probably know Kev is a weaker opponent, and so can maybe just get the point and kind of adapt to what Kev is doing and then try to kind of strangle him. I'm like a big fan of trying to just disable one of the players from playing the game because you know you're mechanically better than them. So that could be what's going on here, but it looks like Losa is still committed into Shibuya Cho.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that logic. I don't understand like how you're executing it though by letting Kev like be on his own. I mean, you don't like know where he's going,
And like
obviously.
Nay's doing like sewers unlocks. They like I don't even know if they see this potential column 5 being a problem. They're certainly not playing like they see it as a problem. But it could just be like a really quick bingo that just forms without them even realizing.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like I'm gonna assume it's an oversight because I think column 5 is really good, but maybe it's just like we'll get like column 3 instead or something.
Mm-hmm. A counter bingo is fairly doable, but I don't know if.
And Nay's just gonna waste his time going for these defaults as well.
Yeah.
He's gonna like see this and turn around presumably, but yeah, that also isn't very good. So, Game 3 fans got something to look forward to. Blazor stands off to a great start.
Yeah, this is even like down in points. This is a particularly nasty looking start because now this is putting Rollberblades kind of on their back foot. They have to adapt to the plays that Blazor is making instead of really what you want in early game is to take the lead, take command, and force your opponent into doing something that you think is not worth it. Like Nay now going Kibo in order to make up some of the like loss from that early game. I think that's particularly rough because while there are 3 points in Kibo, none of them contribute to any decent board control. Like center square, I guess, but presumably like
Yeah, I
There are
mean, it
4 blocks
enables column 3, but like other than that, it's kind of purely defensive. Like Kibo Air 4 blocks row 1, Boogie blocks column 2, sets up column 2 maybe, but like, yeah, these squares aren't super useful.
They're also just not in good positions to capitalize off of it, with Losa now getting the points on lock and Kev, presumably, hopefully.
Okay,
going
Los
to
is actually like
defender.
right on his trail though. If Kev misses the crane like one more time, this could be scary.
Kev, clutch up.
Lock in, Kev.
Lock in!
Let's
Okay.
go.
Let's
That's my boy
go. There's
Kevin.
the bingo.
Yep.
Good work, Blazor. That was really clean, really efficient. Minus, you know, some of the Kev shenanigans, but happens. And now I think you literally just get out.
And Losa wastes his time as well. Like you sniped him
Oh
and
no.
like got maximum value out of the snipe.
Grind 20 is on the board, so they're probably just trying to pick up the point, but I think Kev also gets them there. We'll see. Which sets up another potential diagonal, and he's gonna hopefully get 250k to like block that off, but oh yeah, they're not contested in Kibo, never mind. Ace going into 99th, getting Air 4 presumably.
Oh my god.
Oh
And
my
Kev gets
God.
grind 20. Kev is the goat. Kev is the goat.
is the
England
goat.
#1.
This is such a strong start for Blazor. Like, I genuinely don't know if I see an angle to come back here, because presumably Ace knows Nays and Kibo. You just go Jazz Race, block off the column 2. And, like, they have to commit to sewers, I guess, to make up the points. But, like, that's kind of terrible.
Yeah, this is definitely Blazor Stand's game to lose at this point. Like, they need to block bingos, and then they need to consolidate points, and then they're good.
I don't know. It looks like Ace and Kev traded off so Ace could go into Sky Dino, which I think is a fair play, because there have been Sky Dino moments with Kev before, so avoiding those probably for the best. And then it looks like
and
Kev's
let's
just
see where
committing to
Kevin is
Shibuya,
going.
presumably?
Possibly, like, Red Canal and Shua. Like, those are just, like, easy squares for Kev to get.
Yeah, definitely.
Although, honestly, Kev is, like, wearing the pants on this team, because Kev just carried Ace.
Yeah, Kev played exceptionally well this early game. And now Losa getting just absolutely dominated in this match. The TF2 sound effect going off is into Sky Dino behind Ace, and will likely lose out unless Ace skill issues the tricks unlock, but I don't think that's super likely. Better if they just go for grind 50 instead, but we'll see. Gets the default, so Ace knows that Losa's in here with them.
And they get it. Wonderful Ace.
Good work. Oh, Nade doing the cool climb. Let's go. Huge. Oh, missed it. I shouldn't have brought attention to it. That's my fault. And Kev's gonna block off this column 2, so really there aren't any threats anymore. Like, Rollberblades just has to win off points, and the graffiti. Oh, nay. That's tragic.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, Nay has to either, like, just hope they don't go for the diagonal, too. Because Kibo points secures a diagonal bingo. We'll see if they even see that.
Yeah, I mean, when you're behind, you have to play risky. I think so. This is like a fair decision, but right now it's a 15-point to win game. No more bingos left that I see, other than the diagonal, which Blazor Sands are probably not going to get. So Blazor Sands only need 2 squares.
And I mean, really, Kev's in a pretty prime spot to just get those 2 and dip, like, and just end the game.
Actually, 1 square now after his card and grind 50. So
Oh, even better for Kev. Wow,
yeah,
that was fast. That was just a dominant early game into some important mid-game snipes after the bingo. Like, Those were some really good calls.
So, Unlock Jazz is available for Ace. Shibuya Special or Dogen Air 3 are also options for Kev. He's uncontested, and he knows it because Kibo Air 4 was marked by Nay. Well, I suppose like Nay could have moved by then, but
He hasn't marked in a while.
you're not scared
but
of you're not scared of Losa at least.
I think the correct play is to assume that like Nay's doing graffiti, because presumably they like know they need it to win on both teams. So
Well, Blazor stands don't need it. They need literally one square. That doesn't matter
I'm
what
saying,
it is.
presumably you know Rollberblades needs to do it, so
Yeah.
they know it's a priority square for them, so they're probably just doing it.
Okay, Kev is going for Dogen, and Nay is too far to help Losa like co-op it or anything, so yeah, looks like it'll be a game 2 victory for the Blazor stands.
Yeah, pretty strong one after that first game. Like, I feel like Blazor stands are hitting a stride. This is really well performed in both games, really. Just like that one decision cost them the game.
Yeah.
And then they played like pretty strategically perfect here. I don't know. I didn't see anything wrong. I guess like if they don't make the Shibuya play at the start on Rollberblades, then this is a little bit trickier, but hey, what do you know?
Yeah, I would say
Not to
this
worry
was
about
just like a complete misread of the board by Rollerblades. Like, Shibuya sucked, and I'm really not sure why they sent Losa there.
Yeah,
Like, even if you don't see
I
Column
agree.
5 as a play, like, Darkseid and Kogan are just way better.
Mhm.
But yeah, they definitely overlooked Column 5, and then Kev punished them.
Ev isn't doing the air unlock, which is really funny. Oh no, they already had it. Never mind. We're so back. And that's game for Blazor stands.
Yep.
A pretty dominant showing. We'll see if they want to finish out the board. I presume not, because look at everything here, but you know. As some would say, it is everywhere. Because we're getting a game 3, baby. Let's go!
Yeah, looks like we're deciding if we want to finish. Nope, okay. Rollerblades have had enough.
I don't blame them.
Alright, game 3.
Game
How
3,
many
and there's
game threes
another
have
match
we
after
had?
this.
Yeah, we had Bundik versus Hypebeast, I think.
I don't think that
Your
went to
team
game 3.
versus... What
Did it?
was it? Your team versus Rollerblades. That was also 3 games, right?
I can't remember. I
It was
can
your
barely
game,
remember
I don't
games
even
after
remember.
I just played them, so...
Okay, yeah, I think this is the third game 3.
I don't know, let's check. I forget that we have a spreadsheet for this. Yay, I love statistics.
Alright, looks like the players are gonna take a short break. I'm gonna
As-
jump on that opportunity and go get some water myself. And you can like educate our players or our viewers on how many game 3s there have been.
Let's see. I have it up now. Yeah, Rollberblades versus Unwantables went to game 3. And then Bundig and Hypebeast did go to game 3. I didn't remember either of those. So, this is our third game 3. Yamza was right. Listen to women, everyone. Game 3 on our glorious doubleheader. This really is a blessed day. Happy Thursday. Ooh, I get to take a look at the next board. Ooh. Yeah.
Right, I returned shovel. How many game 3s have there been?
You were right. It's Bundig versus Hype it was one, and then Unwantables Rollberblades was one.
Alright, so our third one.
Third one. Woo! Set has been kind of peak, actually. I feel like this is my favorite kind of bingo game, where it's super close, and then one team makes a wrong call that loses the game into just absolute domination game 2.
You just love seeing people suffer. Like,
I
play a
do.
good
I
game,
really
but
do.
like lose it all on one mistake.
Yeah, but it's all about the comeback. That's what's cool about it. And then if they lose this, I'm gonna be really sad. Good, I just realized I haven't been taking notes for the interview. Damn it. Well,
Yeah,
really-
I already got a
really
question for Kev. Like, when did you become so good? How did you carry Ace in game 2?
So true. It's okay. I'll use the rest of our break to look back at the last board and see what moments were important.
Twink, are we allowed to like look at the new board already, or do you want to wait for when the players are like available?
I've looked, I haven't talked about it. Alright. Yay, players don't look. This board's
Alrighty.
really interesting, I feel like.
Yeah, so on top of bus and platform for Shibuya, Hikage Center floating. And Hikage Cubby, so you definitely want to send someone to Shibuya, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I personally have my play that I do here, but like that diagonal and that column 5 both look really spicy.
Yeah, column 5 is what I was also going to point out. I wouldn't even like do cube though. I would like go like Kibo and then sewers and then like leave cube as like this annoying thorn in the other team's back.
Yeah. And then I think if you really wanna play risky, it's kinda out there, but Shuo grind, Shuo air, Shibuya top of bus. You kinda have to play hard for those, but
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
there are a lot of options on this board. Benton's kind of trash, but like there are a lot of bingo opportunities on this board.
I don't think Benton's bad actually. It's just like greedy. I don't think it like contributes to like cool bingos. But Sky Dino is 6 points. Fresh Pit is there on the board as well.
I think my problem is that they're all just really far out of the way of every other square that it is presumably going to be important on this board, but it's definitely worth it like mid-game to send someone out, just try to clear out, but you know.
I mean,
we'll see.
if you're like one person in a bingo game and you contribute 7 points, like you've definitely done your job.
Oh, for sure.
So like
But it looks like
getting
double
Fresh Pit
Shibuya
and then
start
like
for all of them.
Sky Dino and all the things in Sky Dino would definitely be like a good play. If you can like not get bingo done.
Doing that with this board might be a little bit tricky, but you know,
Yeah.
we'll see.
It's a Nay
Looks
gets
like
on top of
Rollberblades.
us.
Yeah. And we'll see where the others go. It looks like Kev getting sniped to platform. Or no, Kev didn't go for platform. I was looking at the wrong screen. I'm dumb. Kev looks like he went into Chuo. Then Hikage fight between Nei and Ace. We'll see who gets what. Okay, cool. They're going for different things. They end up splitting even here on the two quick defaults. And Ace getting out first.
Yeah, so if you're Rollerblades, you know where Ace is. You don't know where Kev is just yet. You might be assuming he's like going to Kogane or Darkside at this point, but you'll find out relatively soon. He's in Chuo.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, like I would definitely like split up, have someone go Kibo, the other person go like Sky Dino. I think you'll get like all the points in the entire world.
Oh, Kev, friend, he missed the air unlock.
Yeah, scary.
Well, that's something,
Well,
I
looks like
guess.
it's like didn't see it, I guess.
Interestingly, here, Nay's also in Chuo? I don't know, are they doing graffiti? Yeah, okay, it looks like they're doing graffiti. I don't know if I love this play, but what are you doing? Okay, that... You know what?
I'm gonna assume this is like miscommunication. I don't think it was like a deliberate thing that they would double up in Shua.
Maybe. Maybe correct.
Okay.
But it does look like Nay's committing to the graffiti already, which I think is... No, turning around. Okay. I'm gonna stop guessing what they're doing and just wait for them to do it. Ace and Dark Side.
Yeah, I like it from Ace. I think Gaidino is like super good.
Yeah, you know you have a pretty large advantage to both of these, so doing these is completely reasonable. But Nay and Losa just spent like a minute of the game in Chuo and got nothing for it, because Kev got both grind and air. So I don't know what the hell that shenanigans were, but you know, those shenanigans were, but you know.
I think it would actually be like pretty good if Kev went Dogen. Like you get right of street, you get air 3, Dogen special. That'll be like some bottom left, top right pressure, and also row 4 pressure, because Ace will be in Sky Dino. Could try and pick up Trash Pit. Ace is rushing graffiti though, it looks like.
I think that's decent. I think this column 4 becomes a problem, or row 4 becomes a problem potentially for Blazor soon, which kind of scares me, so...
I would have gone for the souls first, just because, like, even if they get column 4, like... Yeah, I don't know. It's, like, in 3 different areas. It's Hikage points, which is slow. FRZ grind is fast, but it's in Kogane, and then column 4 Sky Dino graffiti. Like, getting that bingo would be kind of hard, I feel like. It's more efficient to just get the souls first, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see.
Main to
5 points
99.
to 4 for Rollerblades.
And fence jump? Any fence jump fans?
Okay, Losa gets it.
Mission Fog. And yeah, Kev's just...
Kev is
Losa
actually
uncontested here
going
in
for
tours.
Hikage, wow.
I don't know if I love this call.
Yeah, I mean, this is the column
Losa
4 you
missed
were
it.
worrying about. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are trying to rush column 4.
I feel like I'm having a stroke because I'm so confused by what's happening. Because Losa missed fence jump and is now going into FRZ.
I guess they saw column 4 and they're like, okay, let's just get grind 10 really quick. I mean, this is what I was saying, like, I don't think column 4 is really that realistic, considering, like, Hikage is super slow, and then all the 3 squares are, like, in completely different areas.
Yeah, and if they're going for the column 4, Nate into Highway 0 doesn't make much sense to me. It's pretty obvious that it's way more important to try to snipe Ace to the graffiti here to me. I don't know, this game's weird. But picks up the fast soul, which is pretty fair, I think.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Losa, I would be, like, a little worried I just, like, gave up the entirety of Kibo to Kev, but... Yeah, I mean, I can understand, like, being a little worried about column 4.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, fortunately for Losa, like, now you get the info where Kev is, and then suddenly going to FRZ is going to be completely unpunished.
Yeah. I think this is a very strange early game to me, because Rollberblades has really good board control, and with Losa uncontested in Kogane, all of those points are gonna go to him. And Kev's not gonna get much value anymore after marking points. Unless he goes Chuo, which I think is not the play yet. Not yet.
Ney is actually going into Dogen now. So
I don't...
bottom left, top right will be a problem.
Actually, I didn't see that. That's fair.
Yeah, I wanted Kev to do Dogen instead of Hikage.
Oh, but
like-
Kev goes into Dogen now. Why now?
Well, to stop the diagonal, you don't have superhuman vision.
You should just get superhuman vision? Question mark?
Yep, scalar shoe.
Not that hard. Cool. Anyways. Ace is gonna get this last tag after they get Sky Dino tricks. I don't know if the amount of time that Ace has spent in Sky Dino has been entirely worth it with the other threats on the board, because you're kind of just leaving like this pretty monstrous board control up to Kev to handle. But it has been a lot of points, so...
Yeah, I mean,
congrats,
if
Ace.
this was like an efficient Sky Dino, this would have been perfect, but there have been some skill issues for sure on Ace's part. And like, not to bully Ace, because doing Sky Dino Graffiti and the Souls at the same time is kind of tricky.
I feel
for a
like
lot of
doing
people.
Sky Dino is just hard.
Yeah,
You know,
it is. It is probably the hardest level in Bingo.
Like,
Maybe sewers, depending on how good you are at climbing, but I personally don't think sewers is that hard. Like, Sky Dino is definitely the hardest one for me.
Yay. Looks like Loza into bottom point cube race.
He loves his cube.
He loves his cube. Oh,
And
that's on
they
the
are getting their
diagonal.
Bingo, I guess, so it makes sense.
Yeah, sure are. We'll have to see.
Oh no, Kev is
how-
going into cube, I think, to try and stop it, but
Bad news,
does not
man.
know that Losa's already there. The worst case scenario would be like Kev somehow entering cube like before Losa's finished, and then he's trapped in the race.
I think if you're Blazor stands, I think it's pretty reasonable to just give up the bingo and try to get points like elsewhere. It's hard, but it's reasonable. I think Ace should. I don't know. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
this
Ace is
really
probably
hard.
gonna book it to like Shua, or maybe actually yeah, maybe Kev isn't going to cube, he's going to Kibo. That would make sense.
No.
Oh no,
looks
he's
like
going in.
cube.
Oh no, Kevin. Oh no.
Oh no. If he gets locked into the race, that's actually just GG, unfortunately. But
Yeah,
there's still
hopefully he
time.
missed the sexy fish.
I don't
Actually, I
even
think
know if
I
he
think
gets
Lester
the
will
sexy
finish the
fish.
race before he even like has the opportunity to start.
Yeah.
It's so nerve-wracking though.
Oh, this is so scary. Please don't hit it. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, he
Thank
misses it.
God. Oh, please look at the board. Please look at the board. No.
He
Fucking
got
way.
sexy fish. Hopefully he at least sees that cube is locked up now. Okay, he does.
Oh,
Thank God.
okay. Well, it could have been worse.
It could have been worse. That is a true statement.
But congrats to Rollberblades for the bingo.
Alright, so it is a 16-point to win game. We got 2 graffitis
Nice
and a
goal.
bingo.
Yeah. Look.
Blazor stands have 10 currently, so they need to get, you know, as I said, 16. They need 6 more, so Shua and 3 things in Kipo would win it. This is on Kev to step up,
Yeah, Nay's
but
also
probably
already
difficult
in
considering
Kipo.
Nay's already there.
Oh boy, that's so sad.
If we can somehow have Nay miss, like, oh no, he gets it.
It's under tower. I think that's the only play here is like Ace doesn't do Chuo and leaves to help, but that's
No, I don't think so.
hard call
Kev
check.
has to get pylon warp. I'm not even joking, like that. If that happened, that would save their game.
Come on, Kev. I
But Kev
believe.
isn't
Hey.
even doing cell launch. Okay. Doesn't
Oh
look
my
like there would be a pylon warp.
Yeah. But what a game 3.
Wait, no,
That
Kev's
was
on emulator. You
emotional.
can't do pylon warp. You can do
You
like
can do
whatever that
Daruma warp.
other like thing is.
Yeah, Daruma work. You got this. Just turn around.
Yeah,
Unlucky. But-
Blazor Sands one more point actually. Sewer's Hair will be another bingo, unfortunately.
Oh no.
Unless it's gonna lock it in.
Huge. Congrats on the second bingo. Do they get the third with Kibo special? Do they get the triple
Probably not
bingo
considering
below?
Ace will get
Oh my
Joker.
god! Kev hit a triple frame boost there. That was sick as fuck. Anyways, Kibo special is a bingo on row 5.
Alright. This was kind of a game out of nowhere. Like, I feel like game 1, Blazor stands kind of just through. Like, they were winning. Unfortunate, but it happens. And then game 2, Blazor stands had a much better read on the board and just won with that column 5. And now game 3, they just got completely destroyed. Like, double bingoed. 8 squares to 14 squares.
What even went wrong here? I feel like it. To me, it really was just Ace like committing for so long in Sky Dino because he couldn't help put out fivers when they started up. Like they just had kind of worse board control. Like I feel like if Ace doesn't go Sky Dino at the start and instead goes Kogane,
I think
then
Kev got 3 points this game. Ace got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So like,
he
yeah,
certainly got more points, but it's.
I think
it's all about
Sky Dino
what you're
isn't
doing.
bad in a vacuum, but it's kind of like a bad like pragmatic play to like put all that pressure on Kev to
Exactly.
like put out fires, as you said.
Yeah, that's I understand why you go Sky Dino, but to me it's like really hard to justify the time commitment for what you end up getting out of it, which is just kind of points. Like Sky Dino is not in great positions for board control, so that's my read.
All right. As I said, this was a very critical game for playoffs. So Rollerblades have locked in their playoff spot. Blazor stand are
Congratulations.
eliminated from playoffs.
Thank you. That
Okay.
was quite the final game.
GG.
Anyways,
Yo.
Jeez.
those were some good games.
Yeah,
Regardless.
that was tight.
I had fun today.
GG.
That's what matters.
Woo, yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Winning would be nice.
Winning would be nice, but you know,
Well- That game too was kind of fucking nasty.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
we
cold.
got our asses.
Yeah, Kev went to go mode.
Yeah,
That's
how does it
really
feel
hard.
being the
like,
goat?
oh, it feels pretty good. Feels
Huh?
pretty good.
Hell yeah.
Is Kev being the
game
goat?
two was very good.
Yeah, game 2 Kev carried Ace.
Let's
Mm.
go.
Yo, let's go.
Meanwhile,
So-
comes at the beginning. Hey, Kev, you want to do something really fucking stupid? No, we can't.
No,
Mike,
no.
Go Sky Dino or Skyscraper first. I'll get bottom point, and we're gonna
Right.
swing column 5.
You know,
Yeah.
Ace, that's what I was thinking of, like splitting Kogane Benton. And
Mhm.
then I was like, no, there's no way that Kev is not going Shibuya first.
Nope.
And you got us, because I told Losa to go to Sky Dino as soon as he got right of street, but he decided to get stubborn and got
Yeah, I
Grand
saw
Pen Shibuya.
Kev there, and I
we got
I
bingo
had a
there.
panic. And in my panic, I went straight to Shibuya. I don't know why.
That's a
Oh my
good move,
God.
though.
I wonder what Kev could be doing in SDPP. I wonder if there's any critical squares to block.
Well,
Yeah. That was definitely my bad.
the two snipes were rough. After like you got sniped because you were so close to getting points from right under Kev's nose, and then you go for grind too, and Kev's like half a second ahead of you
Oh
and gets
man.
it. It's
Yeah, I
Uh,
fell.
oh.
I fell anyway.
yeah. Well,
So-
Kev
or
also
maybe
fell.
he was- Yeah. Oh,
Like on
okay.
the way to, you both went to unlock grind after falling from wherever you were.
Hell yeah,
but
two
Kev
beamers.
fell
I
just a
did
little
not know
bit
that.
earlier.
I did not know
Yeah,
that.
you
I was so
sniped
scared.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
how close was SDPP in game 1 for graffiti? Like, I feel like they
Um,
had a head start at first.
You
So
had
did you
like a pretty
pre-spray?
noticeable advantage
Yeah.
no, it was
because
pretty
Ace got
clear.
sniped to Kibo.
Yeah,
Mm.
saying snipe to Kibo is a bit of a generous saying to miss stall launch for 2 minutes and then hit one and then launched out of bounds and then
The classic.
decided that once the square's marked, I had to leave. So
Yeah, if you
really
hit Boogie Warp
frustrating.
there, it would have won the game,
hit it.
but it was really close.
Legitimately, it's just the nerves in game. I cannot mash on nerves. It's freaking annoying because
I understand that.
I totally get that.
I
Yeah.
hit like legitimately hit about 60-70% of them during practice less than an hour ago. Just spammed the
That's
shit
what
out of it for
happens.
15 minutes and then hit 0. And I go, that is the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
I can't mesh that fast at all, so
I am kind of curious if, like, before you went Kibo, did you see SDPP and think I would rather win with Kibo, or was it like you don't
The-
think they go Kibo?
Losa hadn't marked a square in over 6 minutes.
Oh.
So I kind of assumed they just, as a squad, paired up and were like, we're going to double up and get both Benton Graffitis
Yeah.
and something like that. That was kind of my best guess as to what could have been going on. But again,
Yeah.
I just couldn't be sure after 6 minutes of not marking a square. I had no idea where Losa was, and it
Yeah, it was.
I just
Well,
kinda had to
Losa
get
was
the
doing
gut.
Ikage actually when
Yeah.
you were coping
Oh.
it, so that's why he marked nothing. And then we kind of recollected our spirits and were like, okay, what do we need to win? And it was 2 graffitis and 1 square, so that's what we did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
I was skill
Like-
issuing Hikage Rafisi.
I think that makes the call to go Kibo a lot more reasonable. Because I had not noticed that Losa had not marked in 6 minutes.
Yep. It
but
was
that's just
12:30 and 6:44. Or it was 12:30 when I looked. It was
Yeah,
6:44 something when Losa marked the last square, and I was like,
You had to
That's a
assume
hot
that it
use.
was in the SDPP or something. Or
I
that
was
we were
like,
doing-
I had to because I would go, oh, if they would be in Kibo right now, that would be like they would have marked this by now. So
Mhm. I also think it's a like difficult read to make on the board
Very.
with everything that happened. That Loso just got sniped to or beaten to Hikage through the co-op. Like that's a strange call to make because I know in game 1 when we saw Losa go Hikage, we were both kind of questioning it. Like, why don't you just get a lead on SDPP? They've been
Yeah.
in Shibuya the whole game.
yeah, that's what I assumed, is that it would just be because you would tactically position yourselves in a way that you would both be able to win both graffitis. I assumed there was a little bit
Yeah.
of pre-spraying going on,
But
but
we
you know.
didn't know where you were going. Like, we assumed that you were going to co-op Ikage. I was like, we either win with 3 graffitis or we win with 2 graffitis and 1 square. So we tried to do the 3 graffitis play at first. Because even if you were coping it, we were still ahead. We could still like recollect and still win regardless of Ikage. So it was just to assert dominance, I guess. If we managed
Bell's
to actually
opener in
save it.
game 3 was very nice overall. Like,
Yeah.
um,
Game 3 was
Oh,
the calls
I-
were hard to make because I had no idea where Kev was most of the game. I was like, is he doing
Yeah.
Chuo graffiti at the
Yeah.
start?
I need to ask about what happened game 3 Chuo start because you were both in Chuo. Kev beat you to both souls.
Miscommunication and misreading the board
Okay.
because I did not notice what soul Kev marked. I assumed it was grind and I went for air and then
Yeah.
shambles.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. That about answers it because when we saw you both in Chuo, I was like, so co-op action going on.
The
here?"
plan was to actually make a good play, but that's not what that ended up.
You'll love to see it.
But
Well,
the
happens to
Shibuya
most of us.
opening was good. I read that Ace was going to Ikage Kirby correctly, so I'm happy about that one.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, all 4 players here had some rough moments and some really, really, really smart moments. So I think
Yeah.
this was a really good set from
It was-
from all 4
Honestly,
of you.
that game 3 is probably my favorite game of bingo that I've ever played.
Wow.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well-
getting 2 bingos and destroying your opponent's pretty good.
consider counting to
Yeah.
3, though.
Mm.
Yes.
No.
Row 5, call 5 diagonal.
2, 3. Holy moly!
Yeah, is nobody like reading that
No,
board?
we
We
yes,
lost
we knew.
this?
Well,
Fuck.
the game was over.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
before
yeah,
GG
no, it's
before
true.
we
No,
did
it's
the
that was
final.
definitely a garbage time mark. But yeah, no, that was good. Sky Dino was very tempting with 6, but we just could not put out the fires fast enough. And I couldn't make great calls because Sky Dino is so mentally intensive of trying to route everything properly that I couldn't take my eyes off long enough to look at the board to make good calls.
Exactly.
And so
We
ended up